Meeting with hospice on the 4th, opening the floodgates of donors. They have 4 or 5 deaths a day. Get ready. How about a deal on full embalmed spines? $950. But body parts weren't the only things bringing in the loot for Megan Hess. In court documents, a former employee also said that Hess earned $40,000 by extracting and selling the gold teeth of some of the deceased. Reports suggest that she spent that money on a trip to Disney World. Now, Hess could get more than a decade in prison for what she did. Her mother and her business partner is expected to plead guilty as well next week. And this is not an isolated case. But how widespread is the problem? Michael Gorton Jr. is president of the Nassau Suffolk County Funeral Directors Association. He's with me now live. Good question. How widespread is this kind of thing, Michael?
Hi, Ashleigh. Thanks for having me tonight. I don't think it's as widespread. It pops up every so often. And when it does, it's pretty bad, as you see what's going on in Colorado. It seems to be isolated. Every state is different. And more importantly, it happens because there's no regulation regarding full body or body part donation that you see, as opposed to organ donation that is heavily regulated and very consumer orientated.
So in upstate New York earlier this year, a funeral director was hiding 2 decomposing bodies in a garage. And in Indiana just this month, 31 bodies were found decomposing inside the funeral home. And as you said, some states are different than others. It turns out, it looks like if you're in Colorado, Arizona, or Utah, you need to be way more vigilant. Is that because the regulation is just a patchwork? I mean, is some not regulated at all and others are actually pretty strict?
New York has one of the strictest, and that funeral home that was upstate New York, they weren't more so selling body parts. From what I understand, it was more about they were just not doing their job. They were pocketing money, not performing the cremations, not performing the services that the family requested. So it's a little bit different than what happened in Colorado. What happened in Colorado was basically due to no restrictions or no regulations. There's no oversight on some of the states. In New York, there's plenty of oversight, and the National Funeral Directors is pushing to have a bill put into place that would create that oversight for states that don't have anything in place, and like you see in Colorado and Arizona, and some of those states.
For the people watching tonight who might be, they might have to bury a parent soon. They might have to bury a loved one from an accident. You never know. What can we do? What power do we have, short of following the process every step of the way and taking home the urn?
The biggest thing that you can do is to prepare ahead of time, pre-plan, pre-arrange. Visit your local funeral director, visit your local funeral firm, speak with multiple funeral directors and funeral firms, shop around, talk with someone that you feel comfortable with, and back check them. Inquire where their loved one would be cremated. Go to that crematory and ask about the funeral home. You, as the individual who's preparing the final arrangements for your loved one, you have those rights to do that. And you should take full advantage of it. Otherwise, unfortunately, you might fall into that place, because not every state is going to be like New York, that has very strict consumer-friendly regulations.
Caveat emptor, even in this business. Michael Gorton, thanks for the information. Do appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Anytime, Ashleigh. Have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.